Welcome to this week's University of Colorado Health Feature Player Profile. It is Eagles goaltender Dustin Butler. And Dustin, first of all, tell us about your hometown, where you're from, and what you liked about it growing up.
I'm from a small town south of Calgary, Alberta, in High River, Alberta. I went to school there. I actually grew up just outside it, in between another really small town. So I come from like a country background, farming background. So I'm used to being out on the prairies, and it's lots of my childhood, and lots of still what I like to do. I like to be out in the country.
What do you think is your favorite part of that? Is you know, it's a different life. It's a pretty rewarding life. But what do you like most about working in farming and ranching?
I just like being outside, and I like being able to see just nothing but fields for miles, and not a big city or anything like that. So it's kind of nice and peaceful, and I don't know, I like that aspect of it.
Is that what you want to do when you get done playing, you get done working, the career's done, you want to go back to the farm?
Yeah, one day I would love to do something like that, but we'll see. I would also like to get involved in the oil and gas industry as well, so just keep my options open.
Well, obviously you're a goaltender. How do you get into that? I mean, obviously you have a lot of friends that want to score goals and lay out the big hits, but you decided to stop pucks for a living. Where did that start, and why did you fall in love with goaltending?
Well, it's probably the main reasons. My dad was a goaltender growing up, so he played senior hockey in Alberta, and I went to as many games as I could growing up. So right from, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old, and they let us start playing goal full time, I was in net full time and just loved it ever since.
Do you feel like it's accurate or not fair that people assume that goaltenders are weird?
It's definitely, some guys you can pinpoint and say they're weird, but I'd say it's not accurate anymore. Guys are more loose, and I guess depending on who you see, it's different from guy to guy, I guess.
What is it that maybe people don't realize about the position that you would point out to them that they might not fully understand?
It's definitely, one of the things that people definitely don't understand is that to be a goaltender, you have to be a great skater. It's not what the position like it used to be 30 years ago, where you'd put the kid that can't skate. So as a goalie, you got to be able to skate really well. It just helps with your edges and your pushes and everything like that. They say the best goalies are the best skaters. So like growing up, my dad had me in power skating with my full goal equipment on, so I learned to skate well when I was young.
Who on the team do you think has got some of the best hands and toughest to stop in, let's say, the breakaways that you do in practice?
Shot-wise, we got a couple guys that can really fire the puck. Ulansky, Fulgham, all those guys, they can all shoot. Like, it proves they score quite a few goals. So our new guy, Brock Nixon, I've played with him for many years. He's got a really good shot as well. Davatilla, he's pretty shifty and tight. You never know, he'll try stuff most guys won't, so he always keeps you guessing.
All-time favorite goaltender?
Growing up, I was a big Ed Belfour and Curtis Joseph fan. I can't really say one was my more favorite than the other. They are both my favorites.
What have you enjoyed about the pro game after you had a great career at the University of Calgary? What have you enjoyed about the differences here at the pro level?
It's nice just to be able to focus on hockey and just come to the rink every morning and practice and do what you love to do. It's lots of fun. Like, I hope I can do it for many more years. It's just, it's a dream come true when you get to come here and play, and then hopefully have a good year and progress and keep developing as a goaltender, and you never know where you can end up.
Favorite TV show right now to watch?
I'm a big History Channel or Discovery Channel guy, so I watch pretty much anything on there, Gold Rush or I don't know, the Pawn Shop Show, I like that one, Pawn Stars, and just anything like that, or any historical stuff. I find that interesting. Now,
Gold Rush, I watched that show. Is that something that you would ever be willing to do, to go out and work for 6 months, not knowing if you're going to make a dime, but maybe hitting the jackpot?
Yeah, I would. It's definitely, when you watch it, something you'd maybe think about in the back of your mind, but like at the same time you watch that show, there's a lot of those guys that don't have a clue what they're doing, so like, if you're doing that, you need to have somebody there that's done it and knows it's proven minor. So
yeah, you don't want to be the guy that's forced to fix everything, because everything breaks down all the time.
You got to know what you're doing. You got to be a pretty hands-on and multi-purpose kind of guy.
Last question for you: if you could have a couple bands come and play, let's say back at the farm at a big concert just for you, who would you have?
I would say George Strait for sure. And I like rock too as well, so there's a lot of bands, some bands that aren't together anymore, maybe Nirvana, kind of like some of the classic rock stuff too. So there's a lot of bands, Bush, this stuff like that stuff. Sometimes in music I feel like I was born in the wrong generation, so I kind of like more of the older 90s stuff than any of the new stuff today.
All right, that is this week's University of Colorado Health Feature Player Profile, Eagles goaltender Dustin Butler.